call. Are you going or not? To meet a man alone in a coffee shop. Yet my rent at the boarding house was 2 weeks past due. Please, I said, this isn't a matchmaking service. What's to lose? She replied. If you don't like it, I'll give it to the next girl. I looked out the window, where rain now streaked down. I pictured the girl at the other end of the phone, bored and brassy and fearless. A girl like that wouldn't think twice. It was girls like me who thought twice. About going back out in our only good set of clothes. About meeting unknown men in unknown places. About everything. I took a breath. I could go back to my damp little flat and sit at my window, thinking and drinking endless cups of tea. Or I could go out and meet a stranger in the rain. I'll be there, I said. She gave me the coordinates and hung up. I stood for only a moment, listening to the water on the windows and the sound of coarse laughter in one of the first-floor rooms. Then I went back out to the street. I don't suppose they told you much, the young man across from me said as he poured his tea. I told them as little as I could. He was nothing like I had pictured. Young, perhaps 25, the same age as I. His dark blonde hair was not slicked down, as was the fashion, but worn longish and windblown, as if he combed it in the morning and forgot about it. Quick intelligence gleamed in his grey eyes, the wry set of his face, and the eloquent movement of his hands. The coffee house he had brought me to was in Soho, and the bohemian atmosphere of it matched his style. An olive green coat of soft, well-worn wool over a white shirt unbuttoned at the throat. He blended perfectly in a place like this, with its offbeat paintings and thin, sullen waitresses. It was I who was out of place here. I never came to Soho. Its reputation was too wild, too artistic for me. But as I sipped coffee that made my mouth burn with flavour and watched Mr. Gellis' fascinating smile, I ceased to care. I wrapped my cold hands around the cup, curled my sodden toes in their cheap shoes, and managed to smile back. Not much, I agreed. They said you are a writer. He laughed. I hope you didn't get too excited. I don't write lurid books or anything of that sort, just dry, academic books. I don't read lurid books. You won't be disappointed, then. He dropped a lump of sugar in his cup. A lady who doesn't read lurid books is promising. I asked for someone intelligent. I blinked. The agency thought me intelligent. I doubted it. Likely I had been chosen because I was currently available. Still, the compliment warmed. I took off my hat and quickly ran my fingers through my earlobe-length hair, which was curling a little in the damp. Do you require a secretary? I can transcribe. He leaned back in his chair. There may be some of that. He tapped his fingers on the tabletop and looked out the window, as if thinking. I watched his clean, debonair profile with the beginnings of warm pleasure. His presence was so comfortable, so easy, I was suddenly glad I had come. Mr. Gellis tapped his fingertips on the tabletop again and turned to me. He seemed always in motion, as if his thoughts could not sit still. I confess I'm not entirely sure how to approach this. What I need done may seem rather strange. Some of my happiness drained away. Strange? I met you in public for a reason, he went on. I specifically need a female, and I did not want you to feel uneasy, presented with something that might frighten you. I was cold now. I beg your pardon? He reddened. I'm terribly sorry. That came out wrong. I don't get out much socially, you know. He sighed. I'll let my notes do the explaining. He pulled a large notebook from the leather satchel slung over the back of his chair and slid it across the table to me. The notebook was well used and full. I could see corners turned down, the edges of glued-in clippings, extra pages folded and stuffed between...